Hey there, welcome to day 13 of the BP challenge, our health or lifestyle or challenge. And I realized I never did an overview of what the process we're going through is going to look like. So I want to do that quickly before I give you today's challenge. Now, if you can't wait, I'm going to tell you today's challenge is going to be to pick three experts, go online, go on Google, go somewhere and pick three experts, three expert sources or three website sources that you're going to follow for the next couple of days of what we're doing through the challenge. And I'm going to explain to you in the overview what and why and how we're doing that. But if you need to know and you can't wait, I'd say come back and listen to this because you're going to want to understand the overview. Now, one second. I forgot to turn my lights on, so I got weird shadows and crazy eyes, but that's okay. All right. The process that we're following, I said, please don't interrupt me. 4-year-old granddaughter. All right, I'll be with you in a minute, buddy. The overview and the overall process we're going to follow over the 90-day challenge is a similar, if not the same one. It's pretty much the same process I follow whenever I do anything. When we want something, when we want anything in life, you can do it in a 5-step process. You can actually do it in like a 3-step process, and we can make it as complicated as we want to. I love Jack Canfield, but he makes things so complicated. He has like a gazillion steps for things, and I used to be that way, and I'm getting better about simplifying. Now, you're probably going to laugh at me when I tell you that I'm following repeatedly a 10-step process throughout this challenge, and we're using the process, and then we're following the process multiple times throughout the challenge, so it becomes ingrained in your being. And I think the reason I didn't cover it like the first day or two was because I'm so used to leading people through it, I forget to step back and say, hey, here's the foundational thing. And I will do a graphic tomorrow to show you, because I should have had a graphic all along, but I just sketched it out in my notebook so that we can talk about it. But I want you to understand what I'm doing. The next 10 days are going to be the very first part of the first part of this model. And it's a continuous model and a loop. And the first part of that is research. The first thing we do in order to get whatever we want is we need to research and have some information about what are the possibilities and what do I want. How do I even know what I want if I don't open my eyes and open my mind to the possibilities of what is possible and what I could create and what I could have. So we want to do some research. We want to go get some information. Once we're curious about a subject, the first thing I do if I'm curious about something is I hop online and I just run some searches, or I go on YouTube, or I go on Amazon, or I go somewhere and I get more information on that topic, or I look into it further to verify that I'm even interested in that, or that's something for me. If it makes me feel good and I get excited about following that rabbit hole, then that's what I'll do. So our first step is always going to be research. The next like 7 or 8 days, up to day 20, I guess for day 13. So for the next 7 days, I'm going to be going through detail you might think it's minutia, but small detail of how to research something. Because we don't just use research here in the beginning to try to decide what we want, what our goal is. We use it throughout the process for each step that we're going to take as we go through the 90-day challenge. And this 10-step process, we're going to repeat from day 20 to day 20 to 30, 30 to 40, 40 to 50, 50 to 60, 60 to 70, 70 to 80, 80 to 90, and beyond. Because by the time you've done it this many times in small, succinct ways, and the overall process, you will have it ingrained in your being like I do. So the first step is research. The second step is we're going to talk about it's mindset things. We're going to talk about beliefs, because if we don't know what our beliefs are about any subject, there are definitely subconscious beliefs that are going to come up as we're doing this project and we're doing this process that you're not even going to realize that you had as a belief. A funny belief I can think of about money is I somehow had gotten the belief that I didn't ever want to make more money because I was afraid about paying taxes. I didn't want to pay more taxes. The other one with respect to weight and health is I always felt like I needed to have a little extra buffer and weight on my body so that if I got sick or if something happened, I would have a better chance of surviving that. And there's reasons for that, but both of those are ridiculous false beliefs that I would never have realized that I had if I hadn't sat down and said, What is holding me back from this? Why am I not getting what I want to achieve in this area? Well, it's because I got this belief that's running in my subconscious. I might not ever know where it came from, but it is totally impacting my results. And until I get rid of that and clear that and understand that that is just nonsense that I picked up from someone else, I am not going to move on from this. So we're going to talk about our beliefs. Then in each section, we're going to talk about our emotions, because guess what? Our beliefs, our thinking, our thoughts, our mindset is driven by our emotions, and vice versa. They feed one another. And if we don't understand the emotions that we're trying to achieve, or the emotions that we have around a particular topic or subject, again, we can be dead in the water. Because if I feel like I have to do something, I should do something, or I'm going to try, those are not the emotions of success, right? It's, am I committed to doing something? Am I going to do it no matter what? Come hell or high water, I'm going to make this happen. So we want to explore the emotions that we have around a certain topic. Okay, Grandma is doing a video, okay? I guess I just got a gray marker and a piece of paper. Not sure what I'm supposed to do with it. All right, the next step, the next phase of each of these topics we're going to talk about is information gathering. We need to go out. Once we pick and decide what it is that we're working on, once we know what our goal is, the overall process of the whole 90 days is doing these steps for the goal we want to achieve. So I want to reduce my blood pressure 20 points on an ongoing basis over the next 90 days. That's my specific goal. So each of the steps, each of the things that I do are going to go to supporting that overall goal. If you want to make more money, if you want to stop a habit, if you want to start a good healthy habit or a lifestyle change, if you want to lose some weight, whatever your particular goal is, you're going to do all of these internal steps, and we're going to go through the whole process. And it sounds a little circular and convoluted, but I guarantee by the end of this, you are going to have this down so well that you can actually teach it and share it with other people. That's my intention and my mission. So after we gather more information to decide, okay, what's possible, what is even possible, because so let me give you an example. The next section of the iteration, I'm going to teach you how to research these first 10 days. Then we're going to move on to, okay, it's got to be mindset and beliefs, right? So in that 10 days, we're going to go through mindsets, beliefs, thinking, thoughts, how you let go of things. And after that, then, I have to pick one thing, the thing I think will have the biggest impact on reducing my blood pressure. The one thing that I'm going to do, and I'm going to tell you right now, sneak peek, that's going to be physical activity and movement. That's the first one I picked. After that, I know the next biggest and most important thing on my blood pressure, the impact of that is going to be nutrition, what I feed my body. So I'll do 10 days of that. And I'll go through this whole process and demonstrate the process as we do it for movement, physical activity, then for nutrition, then for the next 4 or 5 things until we get to the final steps of the process, which will be the 80 through 90 and then 90 through.
Which one looks better?
That one looks good.
Okay.
Okay, we're doing crown stamps. So after we get more information, again, we're looping back to research because we have to know how to research. So first we're doing research and we're figuring out, well, what's possible? What do we want to do in the first place? And we've done several days of that in the preliminary days. Then we want to come here again and say, okay, now I know what I want to do, my big goal, how am I going to go about getting that? What I want to do research, and then I want to pick the next step after that is then the options. What options are available? And we're going to choose 3 each time we go through. What are the 3 best options or possibilities for us? Because actually there's infinite possibilities and there's infinite options for just about anything we want to do. But we're going to pick 3. Then after that, we're going to pick the one that we think is going to get us the best results. After that, we are going to need my magnifying glass. We're going to select the option that we think is best. After we select it, we're going to start testing that solution on ourselves. We're going to start putting that option into operation in our situation, in our life. We're going to, if I say I have to walk a mile a day, I'm going to start walking a mile every day. I'm going to then in the next step check my results. How is it? And after that, how does it make me feel? If it makes me feel good and I'm getting the results I want, I am going to.
Which is the baddest?
That one. I'm going to go ahead and systemize, automate, and document the process of that, or just make the process a habit and a ritual, something that is automatic in my life, so I don't have to think about it anymore, because I know that if I do this, it'll get me the results I want on a continuous basis. And then the final step of that process is to look at continuously improving that process. That means on some frequencies, every once in a while, I have to check in or do a self-audit or whatever. I call it an audit because I came from that world. I have to do an audit or a check to make sure that I'm still getting the results I want, or I need to make some changes and tweak that and continuously improve. Maybe a new technology or a new thing comes out. Maybe there's a laser treatment that can reduce your blood pressure forever. I don't know, I'm just making that up. But maybe there's something that will come out in the future, and I want to try that then and continuously improve that. So this is the process, and I will draw it out because it's much better in a picture tomorrow. It's got more steps than it needs to have. Like I said, I usually think in terms of 5 steps to do anything or to get anything I want, but I want to make it simpler and so clear and so concise and so easy to do every single day that it's a no-brainer for all of us. Because just like you, I'm busy, and if I don't break it down to bite-sized pieces, it's easy to not hold it and keep our commitments to ourselves. And I want to make it easy for you to keep this commitment to yourself to achieve what it is that you want by the end of this year. And that is, or by the end of the 90 days. That is following this process, and we're going to do it over and over and over again. You'll have done it at least 6 or 7 times by the time the 90 days are over in small increments. So you will have learned the process even if you don't know you're learning the process. And that's why I wanted to explain it to you. I don't want you to ever feel like I'm doing something to you through these little steps. I want you to know consciously what I'm doing so that you internalize it and make it your own. So that's the process that we're following. Today again is the section all about research, and our topic is, I changed my mind. Our topic is to pick the top 3 experts that you want to follow. Start following them. And we're going to break down what we're going to do with them over the next few days and how I go about doing my research. Now, I said Google, but I don't want you to think that Google's the only place that you can find information about your topic and how to get the results you want the fastest, because this is all about finding the cutting edge leading stuff that's going to get you what you want fastest. So I am looking at Amazon, I am looking on YouTube, I am looking on Google, I'm looking on Quora, I'm looking on question and answer sites, I'm looking for forums and podcasts and experts about blood pressure, and you need to pick your thing. If it's weight loss, if it's quitting smoking, if it's getting rid of chronic pain, which I'll probably do a 90-day chronic pain challenge next. I'm just telling you. That's probably going to be my next one after I do the blood pressure. I did a 30-day chronic pain challenge, which was awesome. And I think it's the kind of thing, it's a lifestyle thing. It's the kind of thing that our chronic pain didn't come on in a month, but sometimes it comes on instantly. And so to get rid of it, it's the thing that needs a lifestyle change and more attention. So that's it. Today, 3 experts. And tomorrow we're going to talk about how we dig into and analyze those experts and what we do with the information when we find it. That's it. Go out, make it an awesome day. I'll, of course, be with you tomorrow with day 14 of our challenge, our Lifestyle and Health Challenge. Have an amazing day. If you have any questions or comments or concerns, go ahead and share them in the comments below. And I will, of course, be with you tomorrow. Bye.